Good morning, guys. It's Lori from PassionatePennyPincher.com. I don't know if the video is going to work. I'm trying to do it from outside, so if it's not working, I'll go back inside. It may be windy, so if the video works, give me a like or heart, and it's going to be hard for me to see with my sunglasses on, so I may have to turn my sunglasses on. Is it working for anybody? Can y'all give me some likes or hearts? I can't stand the big glasses. Okay, guys, is the video working? Hopefully I may have to retry it from inside. Oh, it looks like some folks are on. Just give me a heart or like so you can see this. I thought it'd be so nice to do it from outside today because it's beautiful out, but I wasn't sure. Okay, it looks like we have a few folks on. Good morning, this is Lori from PassionatePennyPincher.com. I am so excited that you're here. Y'all, it has been a weekend. I tell people how to save money every single day and I just give little tips on money saving, but today my son graduated from high school yesterday. So he graduated, we survived. I got this awesome graduate gift that I want to show you guys. And does the sounds work, guys? Because I'm afraid it's pretty windy. It's getting windier out here. Is the sound working? Good morning, Melissa. So glad to see you guys. So thank y'all so much for being on this morning. Good morning, Stephanie. Tell me if the wind is a problem, let me know. If not, I'm going to go ahead and start. So my son got this awesome graduation gift this weekend that I thought was so cool. So I thought I would share it with you guys and show you what it's like. You can get it at the link in the video. And then I'm going to share my 3 biggest things that I wish I could redo as a mom after 18 years of being a mom, and 3 things that I think maybe we did okay, and 3 things that I totally messed up. So if you have a teenager, or if you have a toddler, or if you have a preschooler and you're thinking, I wish I had done this right, what am I doing? These may help, and hopefully I won't cry. I don't think I'll cry. Okay, good morning, Mariah. Thank you for letting me know the video is working. If you can share this with somebody, if you know somebody who's looking for a great grad gift, that would be awesome, or share with somebody who is maybe a mom and struggling through it. Maybe I'm not the only one. The birds are lovely this morning. That's why I wanted to come out and do it out here, because I was like, it's so nice and happy out here. Why would I sit inside when I can sit outside? Good morning, Debbie in California. Hi, Alberta this morning. Okay, so this is this really cool grad gift that my sister-in-law, or my sister gave Jackson, and I thought it was so fun, so I'm just going to show it to you. It's from Hallmark, but you can get it on Amazon. The gift, it's only $10. The shipping on Amazon is $5, so you might want to go to your local Hallmark store and see what it has. It's a college survival guide, y'all. This is so fun. So it has, little notes. It's just a card. But here's the first thing. So the first page is, look at this. Got a big exam this morning. Go buy a cup of coffee. And so it has a Starbucks. Now you could do different amounts in these. I will tell you, it does take a little work to pull together. So this is so fun though. I just thought this was the neatest gift. So then the next thing is, got the munchies, and it's got a place for you to put your coins in to use at the vending machine. Y'all, give me a like or heart. What do you think about this gift so far? I think this is so fun. Y'all, the sound is gonna be wonky. It's getting windy out here. The next page is, like all college, you did what? Like all college students, you're sure to need money for rebellion, whether that means you join Greenpeace or dye your hair, which my son hopefully better not dye his hair. Jackson, if you ever watch this, do not dye your hair. You might need a little cash, so there's some money for him to do that. What do y'all think? So you can put in, this is a Visa gift card. And I think it says, let me check. Oh, it says insert money or gift card there. So it doesn't tell you what to add in, but it does. Hi, Megan in Ohio. So glad to see you today. Hang on, I'm gonna put this back because if I mess it up, he's gonna be really mad. Really, really mad if I mess this up. So I gotta put it back just the way she had it. I loved this idea. This is so cute. Make the grade. In case your hours and hours of studying are enough, you may want to invest in a tutor. Many universities will offer help. So there's money for him to put money in a tutor. How fun is that? Oh, and it has some cute little tips. Like the tip on the bottom here is, it's hard to find time to study. Try making flashcards. They're great for memorizing vocabulary and formulas, and they're small enough to carry with you, even if you just have a few minutes. I thought that was really cute. There are some really cute little tips in here. Then this is the next one, and I thought she had such a good idea for this. This is get your kicks on Route 66, right? So college is the perfect time for road trips, so it's a gas gift card. She had a great suggestion. If you know you're gonna have a kid in college who is not gonna have a car, she almost gave him an Uber gift card. So you could do an Uber gift card or a Lyft gift card as well. I think this is the most fun little gift idea. Then it's got some money for the laundry detergent, for laundry money. So laundry money, which is fun. Then it's got money for pizza. because of course we know they all need pizza in college. How many of you guys lived? I remember where I went to college was a tiny little Methodist college in Wilmore, Kentucky. I went to Asbury College, and we didn't have any restaurants in town. Like we got a Subway when I was there, which was really exciting. So there was a Domino's in the next town over that would deliver, and that was like the most exciting thing. Stacey, don't you love that wind chime? And we actually got it for my father-in-law's funeral. I think that is the best gift you can give at a funeral is a wind chime because we love it. Okay, then an iTunes card. Don't stop the music. Isn't this fun? I just thought it was so fun. So an iTunes gift card. Feed It or Weep money for their for a meter money. So fun. Isn't this a great gift idea? I just love it. I think it's so fun. Make them say ah, call, text, or send some mail. And so this is so you can send a letter home, which is so fun. It's got some stamps, which I just love. Thankfully, my son won't be too far, but if I got a thing in the mail from him, I would be so excited. And then it has a place for them to put emergency numbers. Isn't that the best? What do y'all think about this gift? I thought it was fantastic. Your local Hallmark may have them still, so if you're looking for a good gift, this is a great one. You can get it on Amazon. It does cost a little bit to ship, but if you click the link in the video, it should work. I think this is one of the best grad gifts I've seen, and it's already done. You could totally make it up yourself. You guys love this idea. Yeah, if you have a kiddo graduating, no, Jill, I would love for you to share this. Guys, if you'd hit that share this button, I would appreciate it so much. Okay, so click the link in the video if you would like to grab one. I don't know how many they have, but I think it's a really fun one. So there you go. And you can totally make something up like this yourself and save the money, but honestly, I think it's 10 bucks. I mean, for $10, I don't know that it's worth making it up. So yeah, we all agreed this was the best gift we'd seen. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys if you're ready for this, and I may not. Let's see if I get my courage. Amy, you said how'd the party go? It went great. We have our bigger friend party in a few weeks, but the first party did really well. Yeah, there's so many, and that's a great idea. You could have a family chip in. I would say you could put all the gift cards in for $50 to $100. So no, this is for a grad that you love a bunch because it's going to cost a little bit of money to get all those gift cards. Or, I mean, you could go low on the gift cards, but it does have, let's just count them so I can tell you for sure. It's got, if you did $5 gift cards for everything in here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so you'd have $30 in gift cards plus a little cash. So it probably would cost about $40 to $50 to fill it. But yeah, it has to be, Susan, exactly. It needs to be a relative you really like because it is quite a few things. So, okay, so let's talk about, so I have an 18-year-old who graduated. He is going next year into mechanical engineering, which he's actually wanting to do petroleum engineering, which is all way out of my brain space. But I'm going to tell you 3 things that I feel like I failed on as a mom. If you have small kids, if I could go back and redo it, this is what I would redo. I was thinking about it this morning. I thought I would tell you the things that I could do right, and it was a lot easier to think of the things that I could do wrong than the things I've done right. So I'm going to share with you my 3 failures, and then I've got 3 successes, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that I feel like I have as many successes, but I will say he's graduating. As far as I know, he hasn't gotten into major trouble. If he has, I don't know about it. His teachers seem to like him. He seems like a decent kid, so I feel like I have 1 down, 2 to go. Anybody else feel like that? 1 down, 2 to go? But these are my failures. Number 1. Oh, y'all, I don't think I'm alone in this one. These are hard. I've never done a video like this, so this is different. Number 1 failure that I feel like I failed as a mom is this thing right here. It's my phone. I am on the phone too much. I am not present. Because my work is online, everything I do is online. There is always work for me to do online. I could work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week and never be done. So because of that, and because I like work, I fail. And I'm on the phone too often, and I'm not present in my kids' lives, and I regret that. At the same time, they've survived, but I look back, and the one thing I wish I'd done has been a little more present. And so I'm working on that one because I've got 2 more kids. I've got 7 more years. So, hey, Sherry, glad to see you this morning. So anybody else, give me a harder like. How many of you guys feel like, oh my gosh, y'all, I am with you on the phone. And here I am talking to you on Facebook Live. Odds are most of you guys are watching on the phone. So I encourage you to be like me and let's work on putting down our phones, especially this summer, because it is a struggle. And that is one of my biggest failures that I look back on. Y'all, I'm going to get weepy. I have not wept all weekends. I did not weep 1 time during graduation. I'm going to sit here and weep during this Facebook Live. This one's a hard one. I have let my own lack of confidence be transferred to my kids. So I don't know about you guys. How many of you guys struggle with, oh, y'all, this is bad. I feel like I am not good enough. I was never good enough in high school. And many of y'all will look at me now and say, okay, you seem like you have it kind of together. You have a nice house and a decent business. And, you know, maybe I look like I have it together. As a high school student, I was 225 pounds. I came from a pretty not normal, dysfunctional home. I was a mess. I was a hot mess. And because of that, I have a lot of insecurity, like oodles layered on here. There's just like pounds of, like, if you can imagine 225 pounds of insecurity, that's what I got going. I look at my children so often and I don't believe they can be successful because I don't feel confidence in myself. So I look at them and I constantly put this, they're not good enough, not because they're not good enough, but because I don't feel I'm good enough. So if you're a mom and you have kids and you're raising these babies and you struggle, anybody else, raise your hand, anybody else feel like this? Oh my gosh, guys, because we are a mess, because we all are a mess. The truth is we all are a mess, guys. Every woman that is watching this right now is a mess. Your children, first of all, you're not a mess. We are not a mess in Christ. God has made us just the way he wanted them to. I look back, and as much as I hated my cruddy first 20 years, I don't think I would change them for what I have coming, what God has given me because of what I saw those first 20 years, right? So if you feel like you're not enough, you are not alone. And actually, my sister, Joanna, just hopped on, and I will tell you that watching her, she is such an example to me of confidence. I wish that I had given my children confidence. I think I have put my lack of confidence in them, and so I encourage you to live confidently because God made you beautiful. He made you just exactly who you're supposed to be. He made me, even though I don't believe it, he made me just who I was supposed to be. So I don't let your confidence, your struggle and confidence go to your children. Your children are good enough. They are smart enough. They are capable enough. They are awesome. So yeah, God does not make a mess. Yeah, he's going to be fine. And they are beautiful, amazing creatures. Do not let your lack of confidence transfer to your kids because it's a struggle. And number 3, oh, this is a hard one, y'all. These failures, I stink at things. I am not a great cheerleader of my husband. And if you are married, you should rock. They are rock stars, even on the days they don't seem like rock stars, because all men don't always seem like rock stars. And I wish I had constantly said to my children, you guys are amazing. Does that make enough? Does that make sense to anybody else? Like sometimes, and I'm not ever, I mean, he is amazing. Like he's amazing. But sometimes my own, and it comes from my own insecurity. If I'm not good enough, then he's not good enough. Our kids aren't good enough because then, does that make sense? So the whole lack of confidence things transfers out. So be confident in yourself, be confident in your kids, be confident in your husband, speak truth and awesomeness, because I will say that when I act like my husband is a rock star and when I act like my kids are rock stars, they step up to the plate. And when I act like they're crummy because I don't think I'm good enough, they step up to that plate too. Okay? Anybody else? So those are my 3 failures. It is a domino effect. Andrea, that's exactly what it is. When we show them that we think they're rock stars and we think we're rock stars, yeah, we need to be our big husband's biggest cheerleader, even on the days that we don't feel like maybe they deserve it. That's just being real. And I have an amazing husband, so don't get me wrong. But yeah, it definitely, we need to set those bars. Okay, so here are the 3 things I think I've done right. I hope I've done right. Oh, and Joanna, if you're still watching, by the way, I showed them your survival guide. Anyways, I'll show it again at the end. Okay, so the 3 things I think we've done okay. Number 1 is we set the standard when they were babies. And so if you have a baby, please, if you know someone who has a baby, if you know someone who has a toddler at home, please share this with them because I think it's so valuable and it's the one thing that I think transformed for us, our parenting and my relationship with my kids. We prayed with them when they were little at bedtime. So at bedtime, every night, especially when they were little, I don't do it as much with them as they've gotten older. I don't do it with the oldest. I definitely don't do it with the oldest one because I don't put them to bed anymore. But when I was talking to them at night, what I would do, number 1, is we would go and I'd lay down with them and I would say their prayers with them. And when we prayed, it was not like this fancy prayer. It wasn't like, anything special or beautiful. It was just chit-chatting with God about my kid. And a lot of days it was, Lord, I was horrible today and I said some grouchy things. Please forgive me and please help me be a better mama tomorrow. Or it was, Lord, this little girl is the cutest thing, but she's had a hard day today. And God, I just pray that you will be with her and help her to show how awesome she is. So there were lots of days where it was just chit-chatting with God about, you know, this is the way my kids have been. This is the way, this is the way we are today. But I've always said, Lord, thank you for making them so precious and so beautiful and so perfect in your eyes. I pray an amazing night of sleep for them, an amazing day tomorrow. Guys, if you pray with your kids when they're tiny, it will set the bar so that you can always pray with them. If you don't pray with them when they're little, it feels weird. All of a sudden, if you've never prayed with your child, if you've never ever prayed with them, and then all of a sudden at 17 you say, oh, you're going to college, I better pray with you real fast. That's going to feel real awkward, okay? So you don't want to do that. So you want to set your children up so that when you start as babies, you just pray with them. And it's so easy, but it's just so simple. So say a prayer with them. Say a prayer with them at bed at night. Easy. Number 2, and this has been one that I feel like I've done okay with. We have one child who struggles a lot. She struggles a lot, and I just said she, so now you're going to probably narrow it down to a couple. She struggles, and so my biggest thing that I've done with that one is I've tried really hard to be really cautious about how much I critique things that are not what I would want in her. Now, these are not moral things. These are little things. These are things about the way she writes or the way she types. Things that are not moral issues, okay? These are not ethical, moral, or whatever. I try to guide her, but I value her confidence more than I value telling her how to do something right. The world is going to tell her and show her how to do it right. I want her to know that at home, we think she's the awesomest. Does that make sense? So I try really, really hard to always bear on the side of, I want to tell her if something isn't good, but I know somebody else is going to tell her, I know she's going to feel not good enough through the world, so I want to really be her cheerleader as much as I can. Does that make sense? And the reason I did do that is I heard a person who was talking about weight and how you talk about weight with your kids, and if you talk about weight, and she said, you know what? You don't ever talk about weight. You never say you're too fat. You just don't. And obviously I would never say that to my children. I would never ever say that. And I don't, and this isn't about a weight issue for a child at all. It's something else. But when I heard her say that, I thought the whole world, they know what the standards of the world are. They live in that world. So I need to be the one that says, you are the cutest thing ever. The way you wrote that was amazing, because nobody else is going to do that. So try hard to do that. And then number 3, and then there's one more. I didn't mean to have this many. Having something outside of them. Guys, my son graduated from high school yesterday. I am sad, but I also have this awesome world. Like, I have a great business. I can go travel. There are things I want to do and see. So I do not feel like he has left, and I am left alone because of him. So they have watched this mom these last, especially 9 years as I've created an online business. They've watched me create this really fun thing that I'm excited. I've been really lucky to do it at home. So I've been super, super lucky to do that. But they've watched me work. They've watched the benefits of my work. They've seen us go from really, really struggling finances to kind of blessed finances. And so they know that even though I love them and I value them, that the world is not all about them. And so that has been, I think, really important. And the biggest thing I will tell you, stay-at-home moms. How many of you guys are stay-at-home moms which is, like, to me, the coolest job in the whole world? Here's the thing I want you stay-at-home moms to know. And I hope I'm not going to step on any toes here. If you are a stay-at-home mom, you are a working mom. Can I just make that clear to you? If you are a working mom, you are a working mom. If you are a stay-at-home mom and you are not working, you still are working. You taking care of your home is your job. You taking care of your menu planning, that's your job. You taking care of using coupons so that you can have more finances, that's your job. You may be coming up with a small little side hustle, maybe teaching violin lessons, doing laundry for someone, sewing, making cookies, you creating meals for somebody. That is your job. If you're a homeschooling mom, Bonnie, you are a homeschooling mom, I love that. That is your job. You have a job. You need to teach your children Proverbs in the Proverbs. When they talk about working moms, when they talk about the Proverbs 31 woman, guess what she did? Guess what she did? She worked. She was a working mom. All moms are working moms. So do not fool yourself, stay-at-home mamas. You are a working mom. But find what it is that fills you, so that at the end of the day, when you send this kid off to college after 18 years, that you're not left at home saying, oh my gosh, what was my job? You have a job and a calling that's really specific, so find that for whatever it is for you. Okay, so, oh good, there's a stay-at-home mom. I feel like being a stay-at-home mom and being able to run a business has been the coolest of both worlds. Like, I feel like I get to have this amazing business and have this amazing family. My problem is that I struggle with balance. So I like to work a lot. I love what I do. I love looking at deals. I love answering your emails. I love replying to you guys. I love seeing when you guys comment. That's like what fuels me. I love all of it. I love online marketing. I love business. And I sometimes don't like being a mom as much. So I have to be careful to find balance. Oh, don't make you go. Oh, Tracy, don't let it make you cry. But definitely remember that, so there's a balance between being your children's parents, but also showing them the value of work. And so I think our kids have seen that. So the only other thing that I'll say that we did that I think my husband's instilled in them more than any is we had really clear lines of our expectations for them. So our expectations, Peter, I'm so glad you're a stay-at-home mom. And I will tell you, if you're a working mom, like, I just think all women work. Let's just be real. Women work. We have to do the dishes. We have to do laundry. We have to do the house. So step up as a working woman and don't let getting your toenails done be your biggest priority in your life, right? I mean, who does that? Who does that? Anyways, because it just gives you, I could go on and on. I think the value of work and serving is so important to women. And I just feel like, I think we are called, I think God created us to work. God created us to serve somebody. We are not created to sit on Facebook or sit on, and you're all sitting on Facebook. I know. I get that's not right. We're not created to just sit around and watch TV shows. That's just not what we're made for. We're made to serve or work or called to do something. It makes things better. Okay, the other thing my husband did really, really well that I did not do well, but he does really, really well, is he set very clear standards for our kids. Very clear. You don't drink, you don't smoke, you don't do drugs, there's no sex, none of that stuff. That our expectations are 1,000,000% that is not okay. And so he, obviously I agree with those, but I don't know that I probably voice those as much. They know these are expectations. This is what we expect of you. And so there you go. I will tell you, all that being said, we have 3 kids. We have one who's graduated high school and he looks successful so far, but y'all, he may mess all this up, and I have no expectation that my kids will do it all right at all. So I'm coming to you as a mom who knows I could really, really mess this up. But so far, we have 3 really fun kids. Last night, he went out to a grad party, and he was with 2 other guys, and it was just 3 guys at a house, so I think it was safe. I can't know. I mean, I don't have any control, so hopefully he's doing fine. My girls and I stayed up, and we just sat up in the room and chit-chatted, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is the funnest thing ever. I have these 2 super cute girls I get to hang out with, and we chit-chat, and we talked about vacation and where we want to go and what we want to do this summer, and they were so fun. And I thought, Lord, if anyone had told me, and this is where I'll start to cry, if anyone had told me when I was a kid and not quite this kind of life, like I just lived a very different childhood than my kids have lived, just not an easy childhood, and that's all I'll say about that. When I lived that, if anyone had told me that God would hand me this amazing, beautiful, incredible family and existence and financial peace, which we did not have as a kid. I had no financial peace. My family had none of that. I was raised by a single mom, and it was just not an easy way to go. If anyone had told me that I would have this beautiful family with these fun kids who kind of like me a little bit, at least when I make them cookies, they like me most days. So if anyone had told me this is what I was coming for, I would never have believed it. So the fact that God has given me this amazement, it's crazy. And so I hope for you that you will set up things, but know that we fail at things. So as I said before, if you missed them and you got on just to see my failures, be present. Don't talk. My failure is to be on the phone too much. Y'all be present. Don't be on the phone too much. This summer, we're not going to be on the phone too much. Don't let your lack of confidence transfer to them. And always be your spouse's biggest cheerleader, because I haven't done that really all the time. So I'm going to show you guys the grad gift. I will answer any questions, or we can chit-chat for a couple minutes. Oh my gosh, God's goodness is so humbling, Becky. That is the truest thing. I am so humbled. And that'll make me cry. How on earth God could take this hot mess and turn it into anything good? That's when you just know that God is it is all His and not ours, right? Because I could not be here. There's no way. If you look at who I was and who God's turned me into, it's like, how did that happen? So anyways, I'm not going to cry. You made me cry anytime I think about God's grace is humbling. Anyways, okay, so here's the survival guide. I'll talk about that. because I can't talk about other stuff because I'll cry. And we're not going to do that. This was that awesome gift. You can click in the link in the video. It's pretty fun. It has all of the gift cards. Y'all are so sweet. I didn't know if anybody would hang out there. Oh, yeah, let's see. I'm loving reading your comments. You guys are so fun. God bless our mess. Stacy, is that not the truth? Stacy, I have a message from you I've got to reply to. I haven't even opened my inbox this weekend because I've stayed off Facebook and been present, which has been great, but I miss you guys. Good morning, Susan. Susan, we graduated one boy this weekend. I'm so excited. What'd she say? Let's see. You thought becoming paralyzed could make you, I wish I could see the rest of it. Okay, so this is the gift card. So it has a little thing to send caffeine to your child or to a grad. This is a great gift idea. You can click the link in the video, but it has all these great places to send money, and these are like munchie money, money just because you did something wild and you need to get out of trouble. Jackson, don't do anything wild because I'll be sad. Tutoring, some cash for tutoring. Aw, thank you, Darlene. Oh, Julie, hi from Ohio. I'm in Ohio, too. Isn't it a beautiful morning in Ohio? Do you hear all the birds chirping? It's a great morning. Road trip money, gas card, which you could also do an Uber or a Lyft card, which is fun. Money for laundry. Domino's pizza money, which is awesome. Janice, God is so good. He is so faithful. Music money, awesomeness. Feed it. So some more money for spare change for parking meters. And then some money for if you just need something fun, some fun money. So this is at the link in the video. I think it costs $10 plus shipping, which the shipping's a little high. You can also probably find it at your local Hallmark store. So y'all have any other questions? I will answer those, but y'all have been so fun to hang out with this morning. I didn't know if anybody would hop on. I will tell you that our schedule for the summer is going to be a little bit wonky. I am shooting to have myself or another person of the Passionate Penny Pincher team on every morning at 9:30. I'm going to shoot for Monday, Wednesday, Friday for me, and that gives me Tuesday, Thursdays off. I love doing Facebook Live with you. Like one like today is so fun, but doing ones that are like cooking and stuff like that is a lot of work. So that's a little bit stressful. So if it's just like this and I can just chit chat with you guys, I enjoy every bit of that, but some days it's a little bit harder. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm going to try to be on. Tuesday mornings, Shannon will be on. Thursdays, I'm going to see if I can find anybody else on the team who will help and do something just to give me a break from doing Facebook Live as often because it does take quite a bit of time. But I love hanging out with you guys so much, and you guys are like the sweetest little gift of encouragement to me. What else did I want to tell you? This Wednesday, I'll be driving, so we'll probably doing it. My husband and I have to go to a memorial service, so we'll be driving in the car, and I may do a Facebook Live in the car. Oh, thank you, Denise, that I've made your day. Yeah, for you guys who have babies at home still, y'all hug those babies and love on them. They are such a sweet, fun gift. We are so blessed to have them. Where did I find my patio furniture? Oh, Starla, let me tell you about the patio furniture. I found it at home, and it's so cozy and wonderful. We did have a chair break this weekend. I'm hoping they'll take it back. We'll see. Oh, Carol, I'm so glad that you enjoyed it this morning. Yeah, let me know if you guys like the chit chats. This was definitely a lot easier to do than doing a cooking segment, but we're not doing that. We'll be taking a break because I cooked all summer and I have so much food. I was gonna do menu plan Monday, but I have so much food in our house from this weekend. Y'all, we made some great food this weekend. We made the ham and Swiss sliders. We had hash brown casserole, broccoli casserole, banana pudding, cinnamon rolls. So much food that I'm not going to be, I won't have to do any cooking. Yeah, we're done cooking for the week. So I just am going to have, I'll do probably next Monday, I'll do a menu plan Monday. So we should be back to that. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you, Gina, for congrats on raising Jackson. He and I are very similar, and it's funny, of my 3 kids, he and Reagan are the most like me, and so we just kind of, like, life is just so easy. When my middle one is so not like me, and I'm telling you what, I adore that girl. And I will tell you, that child of yours that doesn't feel that, especially if you have we had this one, and from 2 to about 9, I was like, Lord, we are not going to survive this child. That one is the most fun for me now, and they make me, like, I watch that one, and I'm like, Lord, you did the coolest thing with this kid to watch her become. She's so confident, and she's so capable, and so different than what I expected. So if you have younger kids, and you're thinking, I do not know how we're going to survive this child is probably never going to make it. I did not think we were going to make it, and now we're making it so stinking well. So don't be encouraged that those kids when they're little are just Yeah, they're just fun. So somebody says, Starla, you said I look so happy today. I think it's because I'm outside. If I could sit outside, I'm tempted to work outside all day long. It's so fun. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, Bree, you said you needed to hear this morning. I'm telling you what, Bree, I don't know. I can't see the whole thing, but I'm assuming it's about having one that struggles. I'm telling you what, the biggest thing I wish somebody had told me when they were little, and this is true and we see this but we don't think about it, is who they are at 2 to 5. Yes, there are basic characteristics in them that are going to stick. Like, I'm not going to tell you that miraculously, this one really has struggled with spelling. She can't spell. She can't spell. I mean, but she's learned to figure out how to do a search and figure out how to spell. She asks me if she can't spell a word. We figure it out. And I was so worried about that. But who they are at 4 is not who they're going to be at 14, and it's not going to be who they are at 24. And it's the same for us. Who I was at 16 is not who I was at 26. It's not who I was at 36. It's not who I am at 42. So if you have one who's struggling, who they are today is not who they're going to be. You be their biggest encourager. You cheerlead for them. You try to work on those spelling words. I'm going to tell you, I have not been. We sat there and cried literally for hours through spelling words, and I finally was like, I can't do this, Lord. I cannot do this anymore. And she's never going to be a great speller, but she's an amazing human. She can do so many other things, and praise God, there's spell check. So, you know, we survive, right? We survive, Lisa. It's okay. Kendra, you have a 16-month-old who may be the death of your... Oh, Kendra, I want to tell you, I remember we had a rug in our foyer, and every time this child would get in trouble, because she's been my struggle in everything. I mean, discipline, you name it. This kid has been it. We had this rug, though, and we did do timeouts, and we did occasionally spank, so please know I'm not a parenting expert. That's just what we did. That's what worked for us. I don't know. That's it. So we tried to spank, not often, so that was not something that did, because I'm not a very good spanker. You can imagine I'm too sweet, and I don't spank well. So we did, though, have the carpet, and I would sit there, and I'd put her on the carpet, and she'd sit there for a minute. Well, I'd make her sit there, and it was awful. She did not want to sit on the carpet. We did that timeout thing, and it worked, but it was painful. It was awful. I do not want to go back to that. So I would drag her back to the carpet. She'd come off. I'd drag her back. We'd reset the clock. It was awful. We did it. We survived. You will get through. And I will tell you the best thing. Here's the best thing, though. I should have said this. If you have a 16-month-old or a 14-month-old or a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old or 4-year-old, this will change your parenting life. I don't mean to talk this long, but this is such a good one, and it's so valuable. Y'all, come up with an amazing reward system. When my kids were tiny, I would make a little card. I mean, let's just say it looked like this. Let's just say it was like this. Okay, I would make a little card, and I'd have boxes, and I mean, as soon as they were old enough to know what a Tonka truck was, or whatever, that one little thing, we would do a box. Like for Jackson, he really struggled with sleeping in his room. Sleeping at night was the worst. And so we would make a check box, and every day they'd get something little. Like if he made it through the night, those first nights, I mean, we would call Thomas the Tank. I remember that was one. I would call my dad. I would make him be the Thomas the Tank engine, and I'd say, if you can sleep through the night tonight in your bed, in the morning we're going to wake up, and we're going to call Thomas the Tank engine, and he is going to have a personal phone call with you. And so we would do that, and to him, that was it. Then 5 days, we would have like a 5-day goal, and because we had no money, the big treats, if he could do 5 days of anything, was a hot fudge sundae at McDonald's, because it was $1, and that was all we could afford. And so we take that $1, and to him, that was like the most valuable thing. So if you can come up with a positive way to reinforce what you want them, I will tell you that for us, positive stuff has always worked well. And I'm telling you what, if they step in the right direction to what you want them to do, like with Caroline, I just said her name, bless her. She knows this though, so she knows all this. We talk about this all the time. If I said, go put on your dress, and she didn't want to do it, and whatever it was, and if she started to walk, I would say, like, oh my gosh, you did such a great job moving to get your dress on. Oh my goodness, you're doing such a good job. I mean, if they take the tiniest step towards the right thing to do, you like rock star them on like they are the smartest, most amazing thing. So yeah, do the tiniest, as much as you can, go with positive, because negative in our house never worked. Now maybe negative works for you guys, but for me, if I saw them even like anything, like if I saw them go, and I still do it, if I see them, like my one came in the other day and she did all the dishes without me saying a word to her, which is our doing the dishes is like an issue in our home. So, I mean, she went over and without me even whispering, she did the dishes. And so I walked in, I was so surprised. And she actually didn't just do her dishes, she did everyone's dishes. And I hadn't said anything to her at all. She just did them all. And she walked into my office and I said, I just heard someone doing the dishes. She said, yeah, Mama, I just did them all. Guess what? I gave that girl $1 because I was like, you know what? Because I want them to know if they step in the tiniest bit direction, they do it right. Oh, Cheryl, you said to do it all over again. I know I'm going to miss these days with them home. And I know it's so short and so fleeting. So enjoy them. But if you're struggling with kids who are tiny, the tiniest thing that they do, the tiniest thing they do, I'm telling you, cheer them on, because if you can get them started on the positive way, it's just easier. So, and we definitely did negative ways too. We just make it and time it out and all that stuff. And they live, whatever. That part's hard. Anyways, you guys are the best. I have loved chatting with you guys this morning. Listen to the birds out here. This is like the nicest morning ever. I am so thankful for you. I will be back on Wednesday. I don't know what I'll be talking about. I'll probably be driving in the car with my husband. We have a long trip to make. I pray that you guys have an amazing day. Be an awesome mama today. Oh, Mandy just said, Mandy, that's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, for the mom who has a kiddo at home who is struggling with even the little things like potty training, 2 M&Ms. That's such a good one. 2 M&Ms. So set the M&Ms on thing. Oh, I could talk. Thank you for saying that. Set 2 M&Ms up, and if they do that, man, they get the M&Ms, because whatever it is. And we even did, one thing we did was the Fruit of the Spirit jar. I'm going to pull the Fruit of the Spirit jar out again this summer, even though I have an 18, 15, and 11-year-old. The Fruit of the Spirit, we went over. Fruit of the Spirit's goodness, kindness. I'm going to remember. Fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control. So anytime in the summertime, I get a big thing of Skittles. I put them all in there, or you could do Runts or any kind of candy that's like a fruity candy. Anytime they do one of the Fruit of the Spirit, so like if I see my kids, this is transforming in your home. I got to go get this out because it's so good. If I see my kids be loving or patience or kindness, if I see them be kind to somebody else, I'm like, oh, you were just kind. Go get a Fruit of the Spirit. And oh my gosh, it make them memorize the fruits of the Spirit, because they need to know the fruits of the Spirit. The memory things that we've made them do, they all know the New Testament books they know, and we did this on vacation. When they would travel on vacation, the way they would earn money to get money on vacation is they would have to memorize a certain thing. So they had to, when they were littler, they had to memorize the fruits of the Spirit. They memorized the New Testament books. They know like the Lord's Prayer. So yeah, definitely do the Fruit of the Spirit thing. Let's do maybe on Friday. On Friday, we'll make the Fruit of the Spirit jar together. That's a great thing. I haven't done that in a long time, and I need to make it for my kids. And like I said, if you see them being kind to another sibling, you run out and you like, okay, go get it for the Spirit. And you have to hide it high when they get older. When they're little, it's easy because they can't get to it. When they're older, like mine, they'll eat all the fruits of the Spirit, and they'll forget that that's not really being it. But yeah. Can you let us know what the fruits of the Spirit are? So the fruits of the Spirit, who knows the verse? Where do I put that in? What's the verse, guys, for the fruits of the Spirit? I don't know it off. That's horrible. I don't know it. But it's love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control. Those are the fruits of the Spirit. So think of how good that is. When they have self-control and they don't tackle their sibling, you give them a fruit of the Spirit. We will make it on Friday. It's so easy to do, and you can get everything in the Dollar Tree. Use a mason jar, you make it cute, you make it big. That will, Galatians. Thank you, Jill. It's Galatians, what is it? Galatians 5:22 and 23. I knew somebody would know that. I should know that. I thought it was Corinthians 2, but it's Galatians 5:22. Yeah, we're going to do that on Friday. Great. I'm so glad we talked about that, because I'm excited. That's a fun one to do. And my children still need to know the fruits of the Spirit. And they are as excited at 18 about a Skittle as they are at 5. So let's keep it simple. Okay, I'm really going to stop now. I promise. You guys have an amazing day. If you're interested in this awesome gift idea, click the link. Thank you guys so much. Thanks. Thank you, Nicole, for putting that up. I appreciate it. Betty, Russell, thank you. Galatians 5:22 and 23. You guys have a great day. I will see you on Wednesday. Thanks so much for hanging out with me this morning. Bye-bye.